Oh my gosh, I forgot to tap the right button. Like, I tapped the 60 seconds and I'm gonna talk more than 60 seconds. But anyways, I do think about a lot of things during the day, obviously. I'm an overthinker, I would say. But it's good when you meet some people that you don't know, like new people. You never run out of questions. So I wanted to give you some questions that are interesting to us, that are not inappropriate, that you can ask probably anyone, even though they like don't know you, you don't know them. Like, for example, when you meet new people at a dinner party or whatever. So first question would be a gossip story from your hometown or like high school, because I don't know, like most of the times you meet people in the city where they weren't born in, or they moved there or whatever. So it's like, first of all, interesting to know where they are actually from. And I found out that the story is more interesting if the people come from a very small town or village or whatever. Because if I think about my stories, they are kind of crazy, and I come from a like super small town, and like it's a village, and then I also went to a high school in a small town. So stories are crazy, and it's gonna be interesting to talk about it for sure. And then another thing is, which is kind of like a morality question, which I like. So imagine you go to a store and then you accidentally take something out of the store and you recognize it when you're outside the store. Like, how expensive would that item need to be for you to go back in and pay for it? I feel like that's a tricky question, because they could be like, you did it on purpose, because no one can really, vouch for that it was just an accident and all of that. So it's kind of like tricky thing, and I imagine it being kind of, yeah, hard to answer maybe, but it's kind of like, it will tell you a lot about a person and also how they respond. I mean, maybe they wouldn't be honest, but it's a question that can, start a lot of conversations and lead the conversation in different directions. And then if you kind of want to know more about a person, a funny question to ask is, if your 5 fingers would be sprouts, like drinks, what kind of drinks would they need to be? So you can find out their favorite drinks or beverages. So yeah, also tells you a lot about the person, I would say, or maybe not. But I feel like that's interesting. And then yeah, like, I don't know, I could go